So in this video we'll discuss about the design steps of laterally supported beam. Okay, so we have two cases, laterally unsupported and laterally supported. And one more thing you understand, laterally supported beams only we have problems. Laterally unsupported beam, you should remember the procedure. Okay, the procedure will be same and change. It is very easy. So today we'll start with this. Okay, so we'll design limits. Okay, so design steps of laterally supported beam. So first thing I already said, the universal step is your given data. Once you read given data, after given data only we can start the problem. So what are the things is given? Say given load, some cases they given live load, dead load, they given intensity, some cases they given safe bearing capacity also, some cases they are not given. So most of the cases they given actually, we are required actually they given dead load, live load. Okay, some cases they given only live load, or some cases they given axial load, and they given FCK value. Okay, so they given one more thing, support condition, it's simply supported or it is a cantilever beam they given. Okay, so now first you have to write given data, then the second step is you have to calculate the design bending moment and shear force. So we already know how you calculate design, shear force and bending moment. It may be second step or it may be step number 3, because some cases what happened, they given factor load, some cases they not given, they given total UDL, some cases you have to multiply with 1.5. Some cases what happens, step 2 may become load calculation. It depends upon the type of problem. Okay, some problem they given totally load directly, some cases we have to calculate. Okay, so now here what happened, you have to calculate design, shear force and bending moment. This is the step number 2 or it may be 3. Okay, so first we given data, second I say load calculation, third will go for design of bending moment and shear force. Okay, so bending moment, shear force equation we already know. You know the depending upon, if it is simply supported beam means WL square by 8 and shear force is WU L by 2. If it is cantilever beam means WU L square by 2 and shear force WU into LL. Some cases what happen, effective they give clear span, some cases we take clear span as effective span, some cases we not take. So it depends upon the given problem. When you solving the problem you understand this. Okay, after that once you calculate the design, shear force and bending moment, you have to calculate section, plastic section modulus, that is required. That is required because from this only we can identify the section which we have to choose. Some cases what happens, section is given, we have to design. Some cases what happens, section is not given, we choose the section from the sectional modulus. So we have to calculate plastic section modulus, that given is equal to, this formula is not given in the code book, you should remember this. Z required is equal to, or some cases given ZPZ is equal to, ZPZ indicate plastic section modulus is equal to M divided by Fi multiply with gamma M naught. So M you already know, M nothing but design moment, Fi you already know it is given or not given, you have to assume as 250 Newton per mm square. Gamma M naught you get from the page number 30. Okay, now what happened, select a suitable section for the beam ISLB or ISMB or ISWB or suitable build-up section, doubly symmetrical only or single symmetrical or unsymmetrical procedure are different. Okay, so now I just explain you a small procedure here, then when you solving the problem, that time each and every steps I'll show in the code books. Okay, so now you have to select a section. Okay, after selecting a section you have to check the section classification. Section classification we already done in the previous models, that is we check from page number 18, that I show already in the video 3. We have to check the T divided by BF some cases and B divided by TF, T divided by TW and B divided by DW. So eta you already know is given in the table below, that also I'll show you. Now only I'll show you, it is better to show now only. So now we have to open page number. Okay, so now you open page number, here they given, I will show you the page number so it is easy to identify the table number 2. So page number is 18. So here in this problem you have to calculate actually B divided by TF. Okay, and here welded connection they given, we design roll steel B into TF and D into TW. Okay, now we have to check the value of class 1, whether it is it is less than 9.4 E or it is greater than 9.4 eta. So in this two section only we design. So it is less than 80 for eta or it is more than 80 for eta, like that we have to check. Okay, so once you calculate this section, here see the given, so you have to use, so eta, what is eta here? Eta is given in the table below. So eta is nothing but 250 divided by Fi into root 1 by 2, so that is nothing but, okay. Now here one more thing we have to calculate, we have to need R1 values. Okay, why? Because we have to calculate D here. So when you check here in the diagram, I section, they given this is D and B is, we can say directly you can take as half of the flange, but in case of T here we have to add one more thing which is we not done in the last classes, because where there we not required, here we require actually. So that is when you see the steel table, we have to need R1. So what is R1? So that I will discuss in the next video. Okay, so now what happened, we have to calculate a general form of telling TA divided by, so you check for flange and web. So once you calculate this, and you have to decide whether the section is plastic or compact, because depending upon this we have to get the masses. Depending upon this we can say the section is plastic or compact. If it is not compact or not plastic, we can't able to design, we have to change the section, and again you have to take one more section. How you take the more section? Depending upon sectional modulus velocity, sectional modulus or plastic section modulus. Okay, so now after that we have to calculating design shear. Design shear of the web is given in the page number 53. So here we have two conditions. One condition is minimum low shear, and second condition is high shear. What is the thing? It is the thing is changed. Low shear means what happened, the bending moment equation will change. If it is high shear means bending moment equation will be changed. I will show you in the problem. See the calculate design bending moment or moment resisted by the section for plastic and compact, they given MD. This formula is given in page number 53. So I will show you here. When I open the steel table, you just see here page number 53. So here page number 68. So I will show page number 53, then I will discuss this. Okay, so 59 again dragging. Okay, 54, and here they given 53. Okay, so now here they given this one. See here they given when the factor design shear force does not exist 0.6 VD, where VD is design shear strength of the section cross section, the design bending strength MD shall be taken as they given here. MD is equal to beta B ZP Fi divided by gamma m naught. In which page number? They given in the page number 53. If you say class is 8.2.1.2, you note down this the page numbers. Okay, now to avoid irreversibility of deformation under serviceability load, MD shall be less than 1.2 ZD Fi divided by gamma m naught in case of simply supported beam. So here we have two conditions, one is simply supported and one more is cantilever beam. Okay, so if it is simply supported beam means it should be less than 1.2 ZP, ZD, Fi, gamma, m naught. ZD, ZP, all the values you get from the, some values you get from the steel table and some values you will get from the IS 800. I will show you in the when you are solving the problems. Okay. And second condition, if the your beam is cantilever beam means you have to take 1.5 ZB Fi divided by gamma n. So you have to check, it should be MD should be less than 1.2 or 1.5 depending upon the given support condition. Okay, so now here beta B value is given here. So beta B will for plastic and for semi compact section the value is 1. Okay, for ZP they given for semi compact, but we are not designing semi compact, so beta B always 1, and ZD is the given. ZP given plastic and ZD is elastic section modulus for the cross section respectively. So Fi you already know, you will get from there, and gamma m naught. So gamma m naught partial safety factor. This is the first case where shear force is less than, okay, shear force does not exist, so less than, So you can say low shear case. Okay, second case is when the design shear force factor exceeds 0.6 VD. Then when VD is the design shear force, then MD should be calculated. They given C 8.4. Here they given this is 8.4 means MD formula will change when VU is exits greater than 0.6 VD. So now I'll show you here page number 60. So here they given the formula, MD formula, MDV. I just check the page number, then I'll show you. Okay, page number is 63. Okay, second case I'll show you in the next video. Okay, so now what happened, maximum cases the problem which is given in the examination or books, which is only for low case. Okay, so high case also I'll explain you after the page confirmation of the page. Okay, so now after that you have to check for buckling, check for crippling or bearing, or check for deflections. Okay, so this is about your general procedure of your this is a general procedure for calculation of your laterally supported beam. Okay, so this is a common procedure, and remaining procedure will be changed depending upon the given problem that we will discuss in the next video.